My dream bike is a Yamaha R1M, but I'm not going to buy it in the conventional way. I'm going to be flipping bikes until we can get one. So to cue this, we've bought our first bike now. It's a special bike. Let's start this journey. So the very first bike that we bought is a 2009 Triumph Daytona 675 triple. Super low mileage, only 10,900 kilometers on the clocks. It was, in photos at least on Marketplace, was in mint condition. I bought the bike unseen, hadn't seen it before, only seen photos. Triumph Daytonas don't really come up on Marketplace very often, so I sprung on it. We bought the bike, I've just seen the bike now. Here's the big reveal. So the bike's all washed up, looking fantastic. You know, this is a 16-year-old bike, and I think it looks almost like a new bike. So, you know, for 2025, I think this looks fantastic, and it still looks pretty modern. So let's go through the good and the bad. We'll start with the good. So the paintwork looks fantastic. I don't see any major issues with the paintwork. I mean, to be super critical, I'd probably do a polish on the bike, but I don't have the equipment for that. But there's no scratches or anything on the paint, so I think we'll leave it as it is. It's got crash bars over there. There's another crash bar over there. It's got aftermarket rear sets. It did come with its original rear seat. It's got a MIV exhaust. I've never heard of this brand before, but it sounds mental. It's honestly such a nice exhaust, and I believe it is a full system. So because this thing is very loud. We do have a quick shifter. Looks like only an up quick shifter. So when we take it out for the test ride, we'll see how that operates. Another crash bar over there. It's got these like semi-hard rubber tank pads. They feel like really good quality, so that's quite nice. We've got adjustable shorty levers, got handle guards. Let's have a look at the mileage. Super low mileage, honestly. I think this is the lowest mileage Daytona in South Africa. So that's about it. I mean, it's really in stunning condition. Now for the bad. So the first thing we can see is if you look at the paint, there's like a crack over there. And it's not a scratch, it looks like the paint is cracked. So I don't know if that's age related or I believe it's still got original paint. So I'm just going to leave that as is. Got a bit of wear on the shorty lever over here. It's got a little bit of scuff marks over here. I mean, the whole chassis looks pretty much brand new, but this is the only thing over here. I believe I could maybe polish that out, and then we'll see. Tires are still new. Everything looks brand new inside here. We've got a new license disc holder because this thing needs to change. Here's the new one. I think that's going to look a lot better than that pink. And then it's got these LED indicators front and rear. So I've picked up these indicators and I've picked up these ones as well. So what would you do? Would you put these in the front or the rear, or would you put these ones in the front or the rear, or would you just leave the orange ones on? I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think this front one is dog ugly. But other than that, I think that's the only bad on the bike, really. it's in amazing condition. So let's start with that license disc holder. I think that looks 1,000 times better than that pink one. This quick shifter is amazing. It's the first time riding with the quick shifter. It's just so snappy. Oh my word, for a 600 this thing pulls. I was not expecting that. And this exhaust just sounds amazing. You can hear those little crackles in the backfire. Alright, let's stretch this bike's legs. So I took the bike out yesterday for the ride, and honestly it rides so well. It's really great. The bike's super lightweight, very aggressive riding position. So I guess on longer trips it might be a little bit uncomfortable, but I think this thing is going to be a proper track weapon. So very happy with how the bike rides. So let's talk numbers. So I bought this bike for 75,000 Rand, and I'll put dollars for my international viewers on the bottom. As soon as I had got the bike, we had it sent to a Triumph dealer, and the reason for that is the bike with such low mileage and in such great condition, I wanted some sort of like a service maintenance record for the bike, because the previous owner did the services himself, and nothing was documented. So that full service, brake fluid, engine oil, rear brake pads, air filter, spark plugs, everything cost me 4,300 Rand. On top of that, the bike also needed a new battery. The old battery in the bike wasn't holding a charge great, so that cost me 950 Rand. Then you guys saw me put the license disc holder on. That was 245 Rand, and honestly I think that looks so much better on the bike. And then on top of that, I've bought some of this Worth Petrocure, and this stuff is great, especially for a bike with such low mileage that's a little bit older. So it means that at some points in the bike's life it would have been standing for long periods of time. So you know, this stuff is great. You throw it in your tank, you just take the bike out for like a 20-kilometer ride, and it just cleans the entire fuel system out for you. So really good stuff. I think this cost me 200 Rand if I'm not mistaken, and this bottle will last you know, quite a few bikes. You put about, I think in this bike I probably put about 100 mils or 200 mils or something like that. So this will actually last quite a while. So that's what we've done to the bike. Let's get some photos taken of it, get it posted on for sale, and then we'll see what the new bike is going to be. As soon as this bike sells, we'll buy the next one.